we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social, in association with freebets.com, Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout, and Ready to Fight. We're here, Jordan Flynn, Steele City Gym, Sheffield. A lot of talent in this gym now, and I know you're now here. How are you doing anyway? Good Christmas, good New Year?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Been training over Christmas and New Year. I was in LA for 10 days training out there. I came back, I went to Saudi, I was over there for the AJ fight. Then I came back, Christmas, then went to Tenerife, and now I'm back in the gym here, now I'm back in camp.
Still ticking over. Look, interesting year for you sort of last year. You had that became a bit of a rivalry, yourself and Kane Baker. You got the victory, and there's a draw. What's next for you, first off, before we sort of talk about that and your year and what's going to happen? Do you know what's next for you? Have you got a fight coming up? Have you got one that you maybe can't say, but you know it's happening? What's the situation with you now?
Yeah, for me now, it's just I need to get a fight in ASAP. So hopefully end of Feb, early March, get my next fight in. We're having talks with promoters now to see what's going on. I can't talk about that, but yeah, there's talks going on, so let's see what's next.
We're hearing Dalton, and obviously most of these lads will probably back out March time. That's rumours that are widely known, circulating. So if Dalton's obviously back out in, say, I don't know, whenever, and he's headlining like many of us expect, hopefully you can get on that card. Makes sense with you being up here?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. They'll be fighting in Sheffield as well, so this is my backyard now. This is my second home now, so wouldn't mind being on the undercard of that as well.
How have you found it being up here? Bit different from down south. I always say there is a massive difference north to south in terms of vibes, energy, everything. Yeah. People, vastly different. But how have you found it being up here, working with Pierce, working with Grant? How's that change been for you?
Yeah, it's different. It definitely is different. But I think the people up north are more friendly, if anything. Like I go to the coffee shop and people are talking to me and
say hello.
Yeah, saying hello to me. When I'm in Oxford and in London, they're not saying hello to me. So yeah, it's nice up here, man. I enjoy it.
Do you take a lot from that year last year in terms of sort of trials and tribulations? You know, you got a victory and got the draw, which you say, look, I still think I won that fight. Is that just sort of part of the journey? Do you feel like it'll sort of maybe, not in terms of your boxing ability, but toughen you up mentally to say, look, this is the type of stuff I've got to go through, you know, the tribulations to get where I want to go? Yeah,
no, definitely. Obviously, it's been a frustrating year. We got the win. I thought that would be the end of that rivalry, and then we had the rematch again in Birmingham, and I felt I even won that fight a lot better than the first fight, and I think everyone felt the same way. But we didn't get a decision. It was a draw again. So, yeah, it's been frustrating, but yeah, it built its character building. That's the main thing.
What's a good year for you this year? What's important? You obviously, probably everyone talks about fighting for, you know, English, British. What's the path for you? What do you want to happen?
Yeah, for this year, I want to stay active. That's the main thing. That's the first thing. So I need to fight ASAP, and I need to get some titles, man. So the English title, I'm looking at that. Even the Commonwealth Silver, that's a nice title on my mind. So I need to get one of them, if not both of them, and start pushing on now towards British level.
Is that where you think you're at? Do you think you're at British level already, or do you believe that them fights will sort of see where you're at? Are they sort of a good gauging point?
No, I definitely believe I'm at that level. So once I get these guys, I'll be taking them out 100%.
When you look at the names there is to fight there, obviously, I think we sort of mentioned off camera, you like Michael Gomez, for example, coming off a win, obviously, big fight on Sky Sports. He's a fairly sizable name. Is he the type of opponent you're looking at, licking your lips, going, you know what, we could have a great fight, be a nice big, it'd be a good size fight for this point in your career? Yeah,
definitely, 100%. I want him. I think he's fighting now Kane Baker next. I've seen
your old mate.
Yeah. So they're actually fighting next, which is a bit mad because obviously I beat Kane and then got the draw, which should have been a win. But they're fighting, so hopefully I can get the winner of them. Hopefully Kane wins, then we get the trilogy on after that. So let's see.
Is that what you would want? You know, out of them two, you must be sick of the sight of Kane, you know, with all the back and forth. But would your preference be that he wins, so you can sort of, you know, I suppose put it to bed again for the public more rather than yourself?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't mind who wins. I wouldn't mind fighting Michael as well. They're quite similar. They're both similar. But if Kane wins, we could have the trilogy. If he doesn't win, I'll go get the title, and then he can fight me for the title, and we'll have the trilogy then. So whichever way, it's all right.
You give him that chance?
Yeah, I'll give him the chance. Let him have another go. Yeah.
Well, look, obviously everybody knows and talks about you managed by Anthony Joshua. You were in Saudi for that fight. He's now got another fight lined up already, Francis Ngannou. We saw what Francis did in the first fight. Let's get your opinion on this. I know you're team AJ all the way, etc., but interesting fight now. Now we've seen what he did against Tyson. Obviously Tyson's got Usyk coming up. Let us know what you think about that. Anthony looks a lot more polished, I'd say, in his last fight. Ben Davison in his corner, very calculated performance. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, talk me through it.
Yeah, I think with this fight, I think AJ wins within 6 rounds. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins in a couple rounds. He looked very good in his last fight. I think that's the best he's looked in a very long time. So I think, yeah, there's levels to this, man. I think Fury didn't take him serious. I know he done good against him, but I don't think Fury was on point on that night.
What's the best bit of advice that you've had from him, his team? Because obviously you're a young fighter. Everyone strives to get to where he is, where they're going. But what's the best bit of advice you've had off them in your young career so far?
Just to be patient and stop worrying about wanting things to happen right now. Just be patient and all these things will come. They'll fall into place. Just keep working hard and these things will fall into place.
Absolutely. You got a message to the fans, all the people who get behind you, your supporters, sponsors, whoever, and where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, thank you everyone that supports me. We'll be back out soon. We'll be having a fight day, hopefully early March, end of Feb. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And this year, big titles coming, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Look, Jordan Flynn, appreciate you giving us some of your time. I look forward to seeing you back out in the ring doing your thing. Appreciate you talking to Boxing Social.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.